Hey guys, how are you? It's Lindy and welcome to a new video. In the last couple of months I've been getting a few new tattoos and piercings, and I thought it would be a fun idea to kind of show you guys what I got on my body right now, because I know a lot of you are like very interested in my body modifications and stuff. So today I'm going to show you guys all the ink that I let random guys step into my body, and I'm going to show you guys all the piercings that I let people punch into my body as well. So if you're interested in that, then please keep on watching. So the first piercing that I ever got in my life are my ears, just like the regular ear ring holes. Right now I got stretched ears, as you can see. I started stretching my ears around 15 years old, and not too long ago actually decided to close them up again. So I took them out and I let them shrink down, and then I decided that I wanted to have bigger ears again, so I stretched them back up. Yay! I actually made a few videos about that, so I will leave that in the description box or something, or leave that up in the video somewhere. But right now I actually don't know how big my ears are. I think they are 16 millimeters. The biggest size that I've ever had was 20 millimeters, and I was thinking about like going back to 20 again, but I feel like I'm just more into like the smaller ears right now, so I might even think that this is too big. Not sure yet, so I might go smaller again, but I'm pretty sure that these are 18 millimeters right now. Pain tolerance, ear piercing is just like a 1 out of 5, and stretching them doesn't hurt, so I would say a 0 out of 5. Okay, cool. I also have a second hole in my ears, but you can't really see those anymore because of my stretched ears. They like just push against them, so they're like really tiny and closed up basically right now. But they still work. They're still holes, but you just don't see them anymore. So they're pretty useless right now. Okay. I got a Helix piercing. I've had it for a few years now, and it still isn't like totally healed. Honestly, this is the most annoying piercing that I have. Getting it was also pretty painful. I would say it was a 3 or 4 out of 5. It was very painful, but I think like the girl who pierced it, that she just did it wrong, because it's still not totally healed yet, and I've had it for probably 3 years, maybe even longer. And I also have like the weird like bump at the back of it that a lot of people have as well. So this one, I don't know. I think it looks cool, but there's like a whole lot of troubles with the piercing, so that's annoying. Then I have my Septum Piercing, which I got at the same time as my Helix Piercing, and I got it done by the same girl who did my Helix Piercing. So this one is kind of bad as well. It is very crooked. Like instead of like this, it is kind of slanted like this. So not this, but yeah, kind of like So I was thinking about like getting it done again, but this time by someone who actually knows what they're doing. Because it's a very obvious piercing. It's like in the center of my face, and it's not done well. I still like it. I still like a septum piercing, but I just wish it was a little bit more straight, because right now, kind of crooked. Pain level, I'd say 2 out of 5. It wasn't that painful, so that's a good thing. And then I've got my nose piercing, and this one actually wasn't done properly as well. Oh, so many bad things with getting piercings, oh my god. But the girl who did this, I don't know what she did wrong, but basically it didn't want to heal. Like, I know it takes a long time for his piercings to heal, but generally when I get a piercing, like after the first week it's kind of okay. Of course it's still not healed, but it looks decent and everything. And this piercing after 3 weeks was still like really red and swollen and not cute. So I just decided to take it out, because I was like, this is not gonna heal, I feel like, and I don't want to walk around like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I took it out and I let it rest for I think 2 weeks, and then I just pierced it myself. Because I wasn't planning on like spending 40 euros on a piercing again, because I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it myself. It's a lot cheaper. And actually when I did it myself, it all turned great. It didn't hurt at all. Getting it done at the piercing shop was more painful than doing it myself, because there it was like a 2 out of 5, and when I did it myself it was a 1 out of 5. And when I did it myself it actually turned out pretty good. So cool. And then I have my nipple piercings. Actually all these piercings that I'm talking about right now, I feel like I got them all in like 1 year time. I got like ham on the piercings. But yeah, I have both my nipples pierced. I have them for a few years as well. wasn't as painful as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like very painful, but honestly, like it wasn't as painful as I thought it was. Like one was more painful than the other one, but I would say like the first one was a 2 out of 5 and the second one was a 3 out of 5. Don't know why it was different, but it was. But it wasn't that bad. The only thing about nipple piercing is that you have to be really careful with them, because honestly I've been like stuck behind my nipple piercing a few times and I've actually ripped out one of my nipple piercings before. Not even that long ago. I think like 2 months ago I accidentally ripped one out, but not entirely. It was like ripped for 2/3. So it was a bloody mess and it looked terrible. It wasn't that painful when I ripped it out, which is weird again, but it's totally healed now. It's fine, but you just have to be careful with your nipple piercings because you don't want to like rip them out. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. Then I have a gorge piercing, and that is the one over here. I got it done a year ago, I would say, but it actually fell out in my sleep one time, so it closed up entirely. So I had it redone 2 months ago or 1 month ago, like not too long ago I had it redone. And yeah, this one, the first time that I did it was a little bit more painful. I think that was like a 3 out of 5, and the second time that I did it, it was a 1 out of 5. I actually vlogged it while getting it, and the moment when like the piercing hit my ear, it like pinched through my ear, I didn't even move. I was just like bloop because it wasn't that painful at all. But yeah, if you want to see the vlog of me getting the piercing, also links in the description. Woohoo! My last piercing that I got is my Medusa piercing, which I got at the same time as my Gorge piercing. And again, I vlogged it, so make sure you check that out. I also made a video of my Medusa piercing of like the healing process, because the piercing like swelled up a lot in the first few days. So I thought it would be fun to like show you guys what it looked like, so you can check that out if you want to. Pain wise, it actually was really painful. I didn't expect it to be painful at all, but it was probably my most painful piercing that I have. I would say it was a 4 out of 5. I didn't expect it to be painful at all. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be more painful than my Medusa, but this was definitely more painful. So yeah, that's my last piercing. And now on to my tattoos. So at this moment I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tattoos, which is not a lot. I want to have so much more tattoos. I want to be like entirely covered in tattoos, but it is very difficult to kind of like know what you want to get. And also tattoos are really expensive, so that's why I don't have a lot of them yet. But I'm definitely planning on getting a lot more tattoos because I absolutely love them. And yeah, let's just get started on the first tattoo. The first tattoo that I got is also my biggest tattoo, and it is the one on my chest, which I can show you guys. Kind of like showing you guys my boobies right now, but okay. So yeah, it goes like all the way around my boobs, all the way to here, and it goes up pretty far as well. So yeah, that was my first tattoo. It was absolutely excruciating. It was so painful. Oh my god, I've never been in so much pain in my life before. Like, it was so bad. The moment I got there, the guy was asking me like, do you have like a high pain tolerance? And I was like, yeah, I can handle everything, don't worry about it. I've got a really high pain tolerance. And he's like, oh yeah, most girls have like a high pain tolerance, so yeah, it's gonna be fine. And I laid there on the table and I was like, oh my god! It was so bad. It was so painful, and I like flinched the entire time because of the pain. I was like, and then like, so some of my lines are like a little bit crooked, which is my fault, not his fault, because I was just like moving all the time. But I didn't, and I survived, and I have a tattoo on my body right now. So I would say pain wise, probably a 135 out of 5. It literally was the most painful thing I've ever done in my life. But again, you know, pain is temporary and the tattoo is forever. So don't let pain hold you back from getting a tattoo, even though I make it sound really bad right now. But pain is temporary. Like the tattoo, it took him about 2.5 or 3 hours. So like, and after that you don't feel any pain anymore. So definitely worth it. So the second tattoo that I got is the moth on my arm. I think this is like the second one. It's done by the same guy who did my stomach tattoo. Yeah, nothing much to say about that other than it's just a moth. Pain wise, I would say 1 out of 5. But just like a thing that I want to tell you guys is that I do actually have a pretty high pain tolerance. Only this tattoo was just like excruciating. But I feel like because I got this tattoo as my first ever tattoo, and because this was so incredibly painful, I feel like that's the reason why all my other tattoos don't really hurt anymore. Because honestly, I don't think that tattoos hurt. It can be kind of uncomfortable, but it's not painful most of the times. So that's why this one is like a 1 out of 5. Also, this place is probably not very painful either. So yeah, this is my moth. Then I got these little hands on my arm, which I don't really like anymore. It actually has a meaning. It is a reference to an Arctic Monkeys song. I have the song 505 and they sing like, I probably still adore you with your hands around my neck. And at that time I didn't want to get any text tattooed, but I did want to get that sentence tattooed. So I thought I'm gonna get like 2 hands that are like holding a neck, you know? But it just looks like 2 hands that are holding a hamburger. And then I'm not sure, but I think I got this one done, which is like one of my favorites. I love this one so incredibly much. I think it's so cool, and like the placement is really cool as well. The artist who made this is kind of like his signature drawing at the time, because he used to draw a lot of like heads like this, and I thought it looked incredibly cool. So I just told him like, I want one of your pieces as well. So for me it doesn't have any meaning or anything, it's just like his signature tattoo. So really love that. Pain wise, again, 1 out of 5. I think so. Then I got my snake friend right here on my arm, which I think is really cool. It's like a snake and it has a arrow like punching through it. I got this done before snake tattoos were cool. Just so you know, I started the trend. No, just kidding. But I have this tattoo for like a very long time. And I like it. I like the placement. I like how dark it is. And yeah, it's just cool. Pain wise, again, 1 out of 5. So, cool. Then onto my most special tattoo that I have. And it's this one on my arm, which you can't really see like this. Yeah. And this is a tattoo of my rats, Phil and Shelby, who unfortunately passed away 2 months ago. I actually got the tattoo before they passed away and I showed them and they weren't impressed at all. But I got these done because they were already pretty old when I got this done and I absolutely loved them. They were my kids, they were so special to me. So I thought I just want to have them on me forever, because when I got this tattoo I already knew that they were gonna die pretty soon, which is so sad. So I got the tattoo and eventually they passed away, but that's really sad. But luckily I have this beautiful tattoo of them and it's such a cute tattoo. Like all my tattoos are pretty like dark and everything, and this one is just like really cute and it makes me so happy honestly, because Phil and Shelby were actually like so cute. They were amazing. So yeah, that's my most special tattoo. And again, pain 1 out of 5. So then on to one of my most recent tattoos, and that is my first leg tattoo. I got it on my left leg. Kind of need to do this thing like, okay, yeah, I got it on my left leg. And it's a spider. I will just insert a clip because otherwise I need to do it like this. I can't really show you guys there. So yeah, I got a spider tattoo on my shin. I just wanted to have a spider because I think they look cool. Like basically all my tattoos are, I think that looks cool, so I'm gonna get it tattooed. So I got that done. I was actually planning on getting it on my other leg and on a different place. But whenever I get a tattoo, I just kind of let the tattoo artist decide what the best placement is and everything, because it's their job, so they know what the best placement is. Because I actually wanted to have it on my other leg and another place, and he was like, no, I think it would be better if I put it on this leg, on that place. That just fits the tattoo better and your body better. And when he like stuck it on there, I was like, yeah, this is definitely way better than what I wanted. So always listen to your tattoo artist. People. But I was actually planning on getting it on like the side of my leg, so I thought it wasn't going to be painful at all. but then he kind of decided that it had to go on the center of my shin. So I was kind of scared that it would be incredibly painful because it's just like straight on bone. But it wasn't painful at all. Again, it was a 1 out of 5, which is so weird to me because this one was straight on bone as well. And that was so painful, but on my shin it wasn't painful at all. So that's cool. So onto my last tattoo that I got 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would say. And that's a fence that I got on my knee. It's a really random tattoo, I know, but I've actually seen a lot of people get like a fence tattooed on our body. And I just think it looks really cool. I don't know what it is about them. It looks just very dark and like grungy and like weird and cool. So I thought I wanted it as well. Pain-wise, this was actually a little bit more painful than my other tattoos. At first it was okay, but I don't know if it's like because of the placement, but also that day I was feeling pretty sick. And when you're sick, your pain tolerance just goes down. So I would say it was like a 2 out of 5 and sometimes a 3 out of 5. But I don't know, it was just like the day and I was not feeling well, and also the placement probably also has something to do with it. So it was a little bit more painful. So yeah guys, these are all my piercing and tattoos. I hope you guys found it interesting to watch. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want me to make more videos about like piercings and tattoos and everything like that, leave some suggestions in the description box down below, because I would love to make more videos about these subjects. Sorry. Yeah, please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. And I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!